entrepreneurs. I'm grateful to be here yet again for another video. To everybody who subscribed to the channel, I greatly appreciate you. If you're new to the channel, please take the time to go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Please share this information out to as many people as possible. I'm telling you, man, as we continuously grow, there's just so much information that I have to share, and I know that it's going to touch somebody out there. If you're not yet investing, or you're thinking about investing, please go ahead and look in the description below. Click on that WEBULL link and get yourself some free stock. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about me. I want to kind of share a little bit of my story with you guys, so you can get to know the man behind the camera. So my name is Cornelius. I was born and raised in Fort Pierce, Florida. I went to, Westwood High School. I went to Forest Grove Middle School. I went to Lakewood Park Elementary. Now I will say, man, my life ain't really been too easy. I grew up somewhat in the project, between the projects and, Sunland Garden. And for those who are from where I'm from, you kind of know what the lifestyle is like. The world has two ways of going about it. It's going to either break you or it's going to make you stronger. You choose and you determine which outcome you want. I've lost a lot of friends over the years due to gang violence, due to anger, due to short temperament. And I'm talking, man, while we still kids, you feel me? 15, 16, 17 years old, sometimes even younger than that. I'm having homies get gunned down in the street. You go to the funeral, then the funeral getting shot up. One of my homies, not only did they shoot the funeral up, but then they turned around and burned his mom's house down. So I had a lot of people over the years, man, telling me that I would never amount to anything. You feel me? I was gonna follow down this path and my life was gonna be doomed. And as you can imagine, being a young kid, hearing nothing but negativity spoken over you, man, sometimes that can kind of pull you back. For a point in my life, I really felt like, if nobody really believed in me and they saying I'm this, they saying I'm that, why don't I just become everything they say I am? And one day it hit me. Everybody who spoke negative over me was only speaking negative over me because they was unhappy with their life. And ultimately, if I wanted to have a successful life, if I wanted to get to a certain point in life, I had to be able to stand on my own 2 feet and do what I had to do for me. So that's kind of where the term "who gonna stop me" comes from. I've been grinding for as long as I can remember, man. So many things that I've seen, so many experiences that I had that, for the average person probably would have broke them. And it only made me stronger. I remember my older brothers, being in middle school, and in elementary school. I was in the 3rd grade and they forcing us to go to school because that's the only way we was gonna be able to eat. I remember, having to go steal on the weekends just to have food in our belly. And I'm not encouraging that you steal. I'm not saying, go out there and break the law or anything like that. But I just want to share my story with you guys for a little bit. You see, a lot of people looking from the outside in, man, they say, yo, bro, your life good, your life gravy. I want to be where you at right now. But you have no idea, nor do you truly understand what I had to go through to get to where I'm at. There's been a lot of emotional scars, a lot of physical bruises, and a lot of mental torment. But through it all, I chose to rise up and I chose to come out on top. You see, I was having a conversation with a couple cats about a few months ago, and they would like to say things like this: well, if you can make it out, then everybody else from your hood can make it out. And I would challenge that theory. You see, it's not that easy. A lot of times when you're in an environment, you adapt to that environment if you want to survive. So though it's possible to break the mold and get away from an environment or a lifestyle that you're currently engaged in, there's nothing easy about it. But what I want to encourage you all is, you have the power within you to change and create your life the way that you want it to be. It has to start with you believing in yourself. It has to start with you knowing how worthy you are and who you are. Because once you know who you are, nobody can tell you who you are. Once you know where you're heading, can nobody change your path or your direction. Like I always say, speed bumps are intended to slow you down, but they're never intended to stop you. How do you expect to move forward in life when you always looking in the rearview mirror? Just imagine for a second. You jump in a car, right? I cover up the windshield. The only thing that you have is a rearview mirror, and I say, yo, bro, let's hop up on 95 and slide out. Let's head north. How far do you truly expect to go when you're only looking in your past? So if there's any window or aspect of your life that you want to cover up, black out the window of the past. This way it only allows you to focus on where you headed. It only allows you to see the future. And you may not see but so many miles ahead, right? You may only see a short distance ahead of you, but at least you're able to see ahead of you. It's one of the things in life, man, that you have that just so powerful. And I'm telling you, that gift that you got is your mind, your willingness to be able to succeed and to think of how you see yourself. Really, that's what it comes down to. How do you see yourself? And if you can truly get honest with yourself, look in the mirror and say, this is who I am. This is who I will be. And every day that you work towards that. We talked about the vision board in the last video, and this kind of goes a part of that, right? If you're unhappy with the person that you see, man, you got to start working on you internally first, right? A lot of times we like to get dressed up, we like to get fly, we like to step out and slide, right? Have everybody looking at us and our designer clothes. But when you get home, you really feel empty. When you look in the mirror, you really find a hard time being with the person that you are. You have to get comfortable being with yourself, being alone. And once you do that, I'm telling you, you'll begin to see your life change. Through all the ups and downs of my life, man, and everything that went on, you know, I had a couple choices to make. I ain't saying that I made all the right choices in life. Fortunately enough, sometimes some of the decisions that I made, I didn't get caught. However, you know, I had to be able to adapt and adjust quickly. And a lot of times, you know, I would really call myself a rebel because I never really fit into the mold of what everybody else wanted. If the crowd was going left, then I'm gonna go right because I feel like it. I'm happy that I led myself to a better path. And I tell you, man, like, a lot of my biggest inspiration was everybody who talked down on me. Everybody who told me that I couldn't amount to anything, everybody who told me I was gonna be worthless, everybody who told me I was no good, they just told me, you know, all these negative things that I heard throughout my life. I use that as my fire to drive forward. All you did was enhance me. The more you try to put me down, the more you try to step on me, all you did was help me rise even higher. And if you're going through or experiencing something similar to that, don't worry about it, right? Stay focused up here in your head. Keep your eye on the prize. Focus on what's ahead of you. I ain't saying it don't hurt. I ain't saying it ain't gonna make you feel low. But I just ask you, it ain't how many times you get knocked down. It's about how many times you get back up. Why give the satisfaction to somebody who doesn't even believe in you? Why fail to prove them right when you can succeed and prove them wrong? I challenge you to explore yourself. I challenge you to explore your mind. Figure out who you are. Figure out who you want to be. And I'm telling you, from that moment forward, you can begin to work these things and put them into practice and change your life the way that you want to go. You know, you don't have to sit back, look at somebody else and idolize them and say, yo, I wish I had that. Or I wish I could be where this person at. It's good to be inspired. Don't get me wrong, it's good to be inspired. But at the end of the day, you don't have to idolize somebody else in their life. Because the life that they have, that you want, you can also have if you put forth the effort. You put forth the work. I will be real, right? A lot of things in the system is meant to kind of hold us back, right? Kind of slow us down in our level of progression. But it doesn't mean it has to stop you. Again, speed bumps are intended to slow you down. They are not intended to stop you. So why stop? And who gonna stop me? Nobody. And if you have that mindset and you carry that with you every single day, you see, when I say who gonna stop me and I say nobody, I'm speaking about the world. I'm speaking about the people of the past. I'm speaking about the people of the future who gonna come in my way and try to, you know, intervene or interject and get in my path and distract me. I'm even talking about myself. On days I don't feel like getting up and being great. On days where, you know, I'm just feeling in a slump, I have to get up and encourage myself. And that's why I tell y'all, man, you gotta have that vision board up, bro. When you get up and you hop up out the bed, you may be having a down day. You have to go stand in front of something that's gonna, boom, hit you, remind you who you are, remind you where you headed. You see, one of my favorite movies is Lion King, man. Always has been, always will be. And if you really look at the Lion King and the sentimental messages that are in that movie, I'm telling you, bro, like, take the time to watch The Lion King, but look at it from a deeper view. Don't look at it as just a movie, but listen to what they're saying. Rafiki said to Simba, you don't even know who you are. Think about how powerful that is, bro. How many of us are walking around every single day in our life, don't even know who we are, don't even know where we headed, don't even know what we want. So are we really surprised that somebody else can come in our life and come in our path and pull us along in a different direction from where we actually want to be? Because we just floating aimlessly. It's almost as if when the fall comes around and the leaf falls off the tree and the wind swoops it up and carries it, the leaf has no choice but to go because the leaf never truly had a destination to begin with. I don't want you guys to be like that, right? And if you really think about it, the strongest part of a tree is its roots. not the branches. So get grounded into something. Get grounded into the belief of who you are. The reason the trees don't fall over is because the roots are grounded deep into the soil. I encourage you to start looking at yourself in a different light. For all my brothers out there, listen to me, man. Know that you're a king. You feel me? Carry yourself as a king. Lift your head up. Look a man in his eyes. Don't never let a man make you fold. To all my beautiful women out there, you're a queen. Carry yourself as a queen. Hold your head up. Don't never let nobody disrespect you. You feel me? Know your worth. Know your value. Know exactly who you are. Know that you deserve anything in this world that you want. I encourage a lot of y'all, man, really dig into the history of our culture. You see, in American history, when they talk about, African Americans, it kind of starts off with slavery. But our history is far beyond that, man. We come from a bloodline of royalty. You need to know that, right? Without knowing your history or knowing where you truly come from, bro, you allow other people to kind of like sway your mind and kind of tell you what you are. As we watch the news, we'll see a lot of our brothers laid up in the street, gunned down by police violence. You feel me? But what do you think that visual image is doing for a lot of our youth? You have to shift that up, man, if you got kids or even for yourself. Go back and learn the true history of who you are. Go back and learn the true history of where we come from. Walk with your head up. Walk with your chest out. Know your power. And I guarantee you, you'll begin to see the world change. People will move out of your way because can't nothing stand up in the way of greatness. Nothing. For me, I want to carry everybody up with me. As I continuously roll up the ladder, I don't forget where I come from. You know what I mean? It's been a couple of years I've been out or whatever, but I never forget about my city. And I never forget about the other people out there that are just like me. Listen, man, I know life ain't been easy for a lot of us. And I'm not saying it's going to change and get better overnight. But what I'll encourage you to do is, man, wake up every day. Take some time to believe in yourself. Take some time to talk to yourself. When you look in the mirror, tell yourself how beautiful you are. Tell yourself how handsome you are. Tell yourself how smart you are. Tell yourself that you will be successful. And as you begin to speak these things constantly over your life, you'll begin to see your life change. But you have to say it. You have to believe it. And when you start to get a negative thought that arises in your mind, I challenge you to shut that thought down. Don't even let it come out your mouth. And if it does come out your mouth, I want you to overwrite that with something positive. I want you to override that with something that's going to speak life into you. You understand what I'm saying? I want you to be able to talk about yourself, even to yourself, about how great you are. You should walk around with a confidence at all times. Yo, listen, I appreciate you all taking the time to watch this video. I hope you guys know a little bit about me, who I am, what I'm about, and why the table of entrepreneurs means so much to me. I've been a hustler essentially all my life because I had no choice. And instead of being broken, I chose to rise and allow those things that should have broken me to strengthen me up. I encourage you guys, come join the table, right? Because here, not only do you have a seat at the table, but the table is yours. The table of entrepreneurs is all about the kings and queens, right? We're filling our table of royalty, helping each other grow, helping each other advance to that next level. It's time that we change that up, man. We gotta stop trying to fit in and start building something of our own. This for the culture. Again, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. Much love, much respect, much appreciation. My kings and queens, I'll see you again.